right? Publishing 218. Is this just a little bit of a closer view?
It is, yes.
Publishing 219, what are we looking at?
This is the residence's front door.
Publishing 220, what do we see here?
This would be like a view towards what I guess would be the west, facing from the living room towards the kitchen, and where the archway is would be like the rest of the residence where you first enter, as well as I believe the stairs to go upstairs.
One other question before we kind of finish with the photos. Was Mr. Tellis' wife present in the home when you performed your search?
They were allowed to remain in their home for the sake of comfort, not wanting to, leave her and her children outside or anywhere where they wouldn't be as comfortable. We were trying to award them a little bit of respect in that sense.
Okay. So this is kind of standing in the family room sitting area. Would that be correct? Looking towards the kitchen?
That's how I would describe it, yes.
All right. Publishing 221, what vantage point are we looking at here?
So this would be just as if though you flipped and looked to the right. So as you entered the residence, I guess it would be walking north, and then all the way at the right corner, which would be like the northeast living room, as the way that I would describe it. They had an L-shaped couch.
All right. Publishing 222, what perspective are we looking at now?
Same perspective as before, just maybe a little bit further to the north and looking towards the east.
Was this the room that you were assigned to?
Yes, it was.
Who was helping you search this particular room?
Detective Lawrence Gilbert.
I want to ask you about that couch. Does that couch have any sort of special features, or is it just a normal sitting couch?
The far corner next to where the dog kennel is, which would be, if I'm looking at the photo to the right, reclined.
Okay. So when you're performing, if you see what appears to be a reclining couch, do you kind of extend it out to see what potentially might be under it?
Yes.
Did you do that in this case?
I did.
Publishing Exhibit 223. What do we see here?
So once the recliner had been extended, shone my light in it actually from the rear of the couch, and I saw what appeared to be like a Ziploc bag containing like fabric or plastic, some sort of like just shredded up material, and then to the right of that was a shoe. Did the shoe catch your attention? It did, yes.
Why?
It appeared to be the shoe that was shown to us previously in the video and in the still photos that we had of the suspect.
I'm going to zoom in, and if you look, detective, to your right, there is a mouse. Can you use that mouse and identify where you see the shoe?
So the shoe would be right here. And then what initially caught my eye was the Ziploc bag, which was right back here. And then when I moved to the front of the couch, after Detective Lawrence Gilbert alerted me that we may have some evidence, I came to the front and I observed the portion of what appeared to be like a cut-up shoe.
Detective, were you able to see those shoes or those items when the couch was in its normal kind of non-reclined position?
No.
Okay, so it was, when you walked in, was it hidden from view?
Yes, unless you were to extend the recliner out, you wouldn't have been able to see those items.
Publishing 221. Is this more of a floor level view of this portion of the couch?
Yes, it is.
Publishing 225. Is that kind of coming a little bit closer in?
Yes, it is.
Let me. Do you see the shoe?
I do, yes.
Why don't you circle it and identify it for us? Okay, let the record reflect the witness has circled a gray Nike to the left of the picture. Let's slide it to the middle here. Where is the bag?
The mouse is kind of already on it, but it's this item right here.
Okay, let the record reflect that the witness is circling what appears to be at least a blue-lined Ziploc bag. Where is this other portion of the shoe that you're discussing?
It would have been right here.
Okay, let the record reflect that they're looking at another gray object with some white or black trim, also to the right of the Ziploc bag. Publishing 226. Is this just another close-up view of this shoe?
Yes, it is.
Was this shoe intact? Like, was it cut up, or was this shoe kind of intact?
That shoe was, at least from when I saw it from the back and then from the front, without approaching it too much, it looked to be a whole shoe, as opposed to the other one, which was obviously cut up.
Okay, publishing 227. Is that another close-up or an isolation of the intact shoe?
Yes.
Publishing 228. Is this another side profile of that shoe?
Yes.
Can you pull photos over here? They're over there.
Oh, the balancing?
Yeah.
Particular ones?
It's going to be in the 300s. Published exhibit 311. So this, before we get to 311, so this is the shoe that struck you as being familiar, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Publishing 311. Is this a still from some of the video that you reviewed before performing the search warrant?
Yes, it is.
Oops. Oh, there's the lag. And that's what caught your attention?
Yes.
Putting 228 and 311 essentially side by side. This caught your attention?
Yes, it did.
Okay. I want to publish 229. What are we looking at here?
This is a close-up photo of the partial shoe that was located next to the Ziploc bag.
Detective, when you look at this, has the insole been removed?
It appears that way, yes.
Okay. Is that usually the part of your shoe that you sweat into?
Correct.
Publishing 230. Is this another profile of that cut-up shoe?
Yes, it is.
Publishing 231. Is that another image from a different angle?
Yes.
Publishing 232. Is this just another top view or dorsal view of the shoe?
Correct.
I learned something new today.
I actually don't know what dorsal means, so you
means
educated
top.
me, sir.
Means top. Publishing 235. What are we looking at here?
So this is a close-up photo of the Ziploc bag that I located with what appeared to be just like shredded bits of fabric.
Okay. Publishing 233. Are these some examples of some of the items inside that bag?
Yes, they are.
Publishing 234. What are we looking at here?
Just some more bits and pieces of plastic and fabric that were located inside of the Ziploc bag.
When you identified the bag, the cut-up shoe, the intact shoe, what do you do at that point? When you see it, what's the next step in terms of securing it and getting it impounded?
So we work hand in hand with our crime scene section. So usually the way that it works is once you find an item of evidentiary value, there's a lot more detectives usually than there are crime scene analysts. So we'll call out to the person who is documenting the evidence of the crime scene, right? Which in this case was crime scene analyst Smisson. So I called out for her and told her that we had located something in the living room under the couch, and then she came and pulled it from where it was and then proceeded to document it as shown in the photos.
Let me ask you this, and I didn't ask you this before. Are you guys wearing anything protective-wise to preserve the integrity of the scene?
Yes.
What are you wearing?
This is not even just for the preservation of the scene, which obviously it's a just another layer of protection to like preserve DNA evidence, but we will always wear gloves, also just for like sanitary purposes, because a lot of times where we're searching, there are items which not necessarily clean or could be, potentially dangerous. But also in instances where we're searching for items where we might want to seek DNA, we'll wear mask coverings over our mouth and nose.